So my 2025 Equinox EV, 1,500 miles. This is soaking wet. I vacuumed it with a vacuum. I started vacuuming. I got mad at my girlfriend for spilling her water bottle because the floor was wet. Then I started to vacuum and clean it up, and it was just full of water. Now I've pulled this back, and I just can't believe it. Anyway, I'll probably put these videos hooked together. So, yeah. It was soaking wet. I just thought she spilled her water bottle. I don't know. I called the dealer. They said there's no blue fluid in this car. But it could be water and then the blue dye from the carpet. But it's definitely not right. And there's no way it was a water bottle, because the water bottle don't hold that much. And it also looks like there's rust. So it could see how wet it is. Where I've just vacuumed it not long ago. Look. It does look like water, kind of, but when it's in the bucket, it's really, see the rust? So I think it's been there for a little while. I had the car 6 months, but I only drove it 1,500 miles. I did wash it a couple times. Maybe there's a hole in there somewhere for the car wash to drain into. But I don't know, I was about ready to cut it off with the razor blade right here. Seems like it's confined to this part, but I called the dealer and they said, you could bring it in, and I don't think there's any blue fluid in your car. Anyway, thanks for listening to me bitch. Look at this beautiful car. Okay, I'm at the Chevy dealer. Yep, the Chevy dealer. With my brand new Chevy that's leaking fluid onto the floor. Air conditioning fluid, I think. What do you say? He says he can't get to it for 2 weeks. He can only look at it for 30 seconds, he said. He can't get to it for 2 weeks. My local Chevy dealer, 1,500 miles. Yeah, he doesn't like me. I think he's going to come out and tell me he's not going to fix my car. The Chevy dealer. Pre-owned. My ass, brand new, 1,500 miles. Alright, so the dealer, he doesn't want to work on the car. I don't see any fluids on this side of the firewall. I see those hoses that go in there. On the Equinox EV form, someone said it was air conditioning hose, and he said it was a common problem. I don't know what kind of fluid goes in there. I looked in there, it looks like it's pretty much empty. Maybe not, it's yellow. But the fluid is blue that's on the inside there, of course. I said that before. So, I don't know what to do. I made a couple calls, people are going to call me back. I posted on the Equinox EV forum. Maybe I'll get some help. Supposed to be 8-year bumper-to-bumper warranty, I believe. So just driving it to the dealer, which is only a mile away, there and back. This tray here filled up with water again. And the water is coming from that. I mean, you can, I vacuumed it yesterday. It's soaking wet. So this is wet. I don't know, I was thinking I'm just going to cut the carpet off because they have to replace it, and even if they don't, I don't want my car corroding. There's actually some corrosion in here. Look at the water. So anyway, he says I had to leave the car there 2 weeks before he could look at it as it's sitting there rusting. He told me to take it back where I bought it. So we're getting closer. Maybe. It could be windshield washer fluid. This looks like it's empty. And that would hold a half a gallon for sure. So I think the hoses are these, are they? The squirters, maybe. So the hose could be leaking on the inside. And I'm not the mechanic. Those really smart guys down there at the Chevy dealership are. Yep, no frunk. So the brake fluid looks like it's filled up. The cooling system water is filled up. So I say it's window washer. What's that? So running inside the cabin. And filling my car up with water. Yeah, see, it's wet, and I vacuumed it out really good, so it was kind of dry. This is drier, maybe because we're running out of window washer fluid. That would be cool if that's what it was. Now I'm starting to think that's what it is. I don't know what this thing is, if I've heard anything. But, what? You know, the night we were coming home, the dashboard lights went out a couple of times. We didn't know why. We also didn't have any Wi-Fi or any connection where we were at. But anyway, yeah, what do you think? So the air conditioner's on, so I guess that's the air conditioning hose. Right here on the driver's side. So now we're on the inside, the air conditioner's on. It's 61 and it's dripping outside as we just saw. See these clouds on the dashboard? My girlfriend said they weren't here when it was new, but I think they were. Anyway, the lights went out in the car on our way home. On the dashboard anyway. Now see this hose here? No, I can't do it, I guess. There is a hose there. But see down here? Yeah, down there. That's wet. So I don't know if that just constantly was dripping slowly and this thing was filled with water for a long time, or if it happened all at once. I'm in the driver's seat, so I don't think I can reach down, but let me see if I can see that hose. Turn it up. See anything leaking? So that might be coming out of that hose. That could be a pinhole right there. See that in there where it turns? But that's actually soaking wet, and I've vacuumed it a lot of times and dried it out, and then it gets wet. I don't know if it just sits there and gets wet, or if it gets wet when I... So, also the back washer squirter doesn't work, but the front one still has water. It still squirts water. So I was trying to run it out of water just in case it's... Alright, so I don't have a screwdriver for those screw bolts to take this out of the car, my carpet. I have to take those bolts out, so I don't have one. But I'll go get one tomorrow, take the bolts out, and that front piece of carpet will slide out. But I don't know if it's went under to the back or into the driver's side. But anyway, that's what it... shitty carpet, huh? Probably gonna get rid of my warranty now. Those fuckers. I think this is a lemon law. Let's turn this off. And go inside. If you have any suggestions, if you know anything I don't know, then let me know. Whatever I got wrong. See, the car's on pet mode. So I went and got some torque bits and loosened those bolts in the front so I could get the carpet out. Wasn't too tough, it comes out. But I've talked to General Motors today. They want me to pay $400 to tow it. The first 100 miles is free, they say. So $5.50 a mile after that. Because, you know, they built this car. Well, someone's supposed to be calling me back from General Motors, an EV guy from California, because when I told them I was from California, they go, oh, that's a whole different deal. You have to talk to one of these people. Here's their number. I called the number. It said, could be 2 days before somebody gets back to me. Anyway, yeah, the water was clear up there, and it's in the back. you know, this is damp. The other carpet starting there, you can feel it, it's damp. So I think all the carpet's got to be replaced. I mean, this is still soaking wet. See? It runs down. It's coming from there somewhere. I think it might be like this hose right here. What do you think? Does it look like there's a little hole there? Let's wipe it off. Yeah, it kind of looks like there's a little ding right there on that corner, but pinhole. But this thing, I don't know what it is, but it's got to come out because that's bolted with this underneath it. And this is soaking wet, look. After all these days of vacuuming it. See, it's blue. Yeah, that's what was under the seat, one of the things. But that was just, it had water in it. I mean, it had water in it. Because this thing was full of water. No one seems to care. What's that? But if you look, the water could go right through there to the other side. It's not like it's a sealed thing. So you pour a half a gallon of water in there, and what do you think? Where's it going to go? Why is it green stuff here? It's already started to rust. I think it's the lemon law. So far I'm into it, a $50 vacuum and $30 worth of socket to get that out of there. So it's been sitting here for like 18 hours. I was wondering how much water I would get. So the window washer fluid is almost gone. It says it's empty, needs refilled. No extra water, except this was vacuumed and dried, and it's soaking wet again. If you can see that. Same with this and this. So I know that's got to be removed. I think it's just a protector, and that carpet, that backing's got to be removed. Yesterday, is that a hole in the right in the bend of that thing? Is that my window washer fluid? Anyway, I think that's what that is. Pretty certain that's window washer fluid. Yeah, see, there's still water here. Even though I'd yeah, see, it's coming out back out of that crack where it went underneath. Yeah, this is screwed. Guess it's coming out of there from the other side. So that means water's went inside of there. Yeah, I feel really bad about this car now. I was liking it a lot. I feel really, really bad about this car. If you asked me right now if I would buy this car again, I would tell you absolutely not. Less than 1,600 miles. I don't know what, that's just a reflection, I guess. Anyway, I'll come back out and vacuum that again. And call the dealer, see what he says. Make an appointment. 196 miles away. The dealer here says he won't fix my car. I didn't buy it there. I don't think he knows how to fix it. All right. Yep, there's rust, see? This is the 8th day with no car. The 8th day since this was discovered. Who knows how long it was sitting inside of there. Anyway, follow me. Follow this saga. This guy told me if I bought a higher trim model, then this wouldn't have happened. And another guy said that it's rare that this is happening. I don't know if it's happening to the 24s or not, but I only have 1,500 miles on this car. I think that's bullshit. I think they should have picked it up immediately before I seen how much damage and rust was in the bottom. Another guy wrote on the forum that my car has been coated with anti-corrosion stuff and that a few days of water inside it isn't going to hurt. Well, we don't know how long the water's been in there, and we don't know how far the water's gone into that unibody. Anyway, keep following me, and I'll tell you the end of this story.